Hi guys, welcome. My name is Tennessee. Today I'm bringing you a Yin-Yang yoga class. So Yin is restorative postures and Yang is more your breath to movement, Hatha, Ashtanga, or Vinyasa yoga classes. So today we're going to combine the two. So we'll be holding some restorative postures and then flowing into some Vinyasa postures or regular postures as well. So bringing those two together to kind of help you balance out your feminine and masculine energy to bring all the energy through your midline. So with that said, I always start my classes with a chakra clearing. If you don't know what chakras are, there's 7 energy sources throughout your body. They start at the base of your spine and then work their way up through the crown of your head. So I just want you to check in, notice what feels good, notice if any discomforts, getting out of your head, getting into your body, whether that be through the posture or your breath. So today we're going to start in an easy seated pose. So just cross at your ankles, lengthen through your spine, just sit up tall. Rounding in through your sitting bones, lengthen through your spine, relax, release any tension you're holding onto in the body, and we'll get started. You can place your hands on top of your knees, palms face down to ground, or palms face up to receive. The choice is yours, whatever feels good, whatever you feel like you need. So go ahead and close your eyes. Inhale, completely fill up your lungs. Audible exhale, let that go. Let's do that again. Inhale, completely fill up. Audible exhale, release. Just see if you can surrender a little bit further into your body, releasing any tension through your head, your neck, your shoulders, your jaw, your hips, your low back, your knees, your ankles, and your feet. Now this time, now see if you can bring your focus to the base of your spine, to your root chakra, your first chakra. This is your I am space, your foundation, your safety, your security. This is where everything starts. Just check in, notice what feels good, notice if any discomfort. And on your inhale, bring your focus, your energy, your awareness into your second chakra, the space below your belly button, your sacral. Your I feel space, where you house your emotions, your desires, your sexuality, also known as your mother womb. Now slowly start to guide the energy up into your third chakra, the space above your belly button, your solar plexus, your I do space. This is what drives you, where your passions, your creativity, your power all lie. Now gently work the energy up into your fourth chakra, your heart. Your I love space, your space of relationships, self-acceptance, and unconditional love. Now gently move the energy up into your fifth chakra, your throat. Your I speak space, your space of communication, your truth. Then gently guide your energy up into your sixth chakra, the space just between your eyebrows, your I see space, your space of intuition, your third eye. And then finally, take your focus, your energy, your awareness all the way above your head to your seventh chakra, your crown chakra. Your I understand space, your path to enlightenment. I want you to draw the energy all the way down to the base of your spine and then inhale it through the 7 chakras through the crown of your head. Notice if anything gets stuck, of any discomforts, or if it feels good. Work to bring your focus, your energy, your awareness to those areas throughout your class today. One big clearing breath in. Audible exhale, let that go. I swear guys, you can flutter your eyes open. Go ahead and work your way into a tabletop. Just go ahead and stack your shoulders to your wrists, hips in line with your knees. Your belly button pulls into spine. Option to ground through the tops of your feet. Option to tuck your toes under. Inhale, cow pose. Take your gaze up as you draw your bellies down. Exhale, cat, tuck in, dome up. Round up through your shoulder blades. Pull your hip bones up to your rib cage. Tuck your chin in. Let's do that again. Inhale, cow pose, gaze up, bellies down. Can you open up through your throat a little further, broadening through your collarbones? Exhale for cat, tuck in, dome up. do one more round here. Inhale, cow. And then exhale, cat. Now slowly work your way back to a neutral spine. Tuck your toes under if they're not already. Just shift your hips back, sitting your hips on top of your heels. Feel the stretch through the soles of your feet. Feel the stretch through your toes. Just breathe here. Allowing your body to fully surrender. One more breath. Good, slowly release. You can plant your hands back down, untuck your toes. Now this time find an ankle stretch. So sit back onto your heels. You're sitting onto the tops of your feet. Bring your knees close together. So knees to touch, inner thighs touch. Bring your hands back by your feet and just lift your knees up. Now you should feel this stretch to the top side of your feet, through your ankles. Breathe. One more breath. Exhale, slowly release. Work your way back to your tabletop. Go ahead and tuck your toes under, lift your tailbone high. Find your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. First down dog of your class, your feet are about hip width distance. Take your gaze in between your feet, torso to your thighs. You can bend your knees as much as you need to. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Ground through your first finger and your thumb. Now inhale, come up onto your tippy toes, roll into your high plank, hold it here. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. See if you can pull your heels closer to your mat. Now notice the difference between your high plank and your down dog. You want to keep your hands and feet the same in both postures. So inhale, come back up onto your tippy toes, roll into your high plank, hold it here. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Good, inhale, right heel rises, lift your right heel all the way up. Keep your hips square towards your mat, ground to your first finger and your thumb. Exhale, step to the inside of your right hand, lower your back knee down. Find your Anjaneyasana, low crescent lunge, and tuck your back toes. Draw your hips down and forward. Now keep framing your front foot with both hands, keep pulling your hips down and forward. Just breathe here. One more breath. Now go ahead and plant your left hand down. Heel toe your right foot out to a 45. Plant your right hand down to the top of your mat. Find a twisted dragon. Keep pulling your hips down and forward. Bring your right hand to the inside of your right thigh. Take your gaze up over your right shoulder. One more breath. Go ahead and plant your right hand down. Plant your right toes out to a 45. Tuck your back toes under, lift through your back knee. Step your left foot up. Find your Malasana Yogi squat. So both feet come out to a 45. Knees or elbows inside your knees. Thumbs to your chest. Chest is lifted. Extend through your spine. Just breathe. One more breath. Exhale, plant your hands, lift your tailbone. This time, just step your right foot back behind, lower your back knee down. Find your twisted dragon on your left side. So come onto the blade of your left foot, plant your left hand to the inside of your left thigh, gaze up over your left shoulder. Keep pulling your hips down and forward. One more breath here. Exhale, heel toe your left foot, into the middle of your mat. Frame your front foot with both hands. Find Anjaneyasana, low crescent lunge. Draw your hips down and forward. Your left toes face forward. Breathe, surrender into your hips. Let that go. Feel that stretch through your hip flexor. One more breath. Go ahead and plant your hands down, tuck your back toes under, lift through your right knee, send your left heel high, three-legged dog. Square your pinky toe back towards your mat, shoulders are square, belly button pulls in, breathe. Exhale, slowly lower your left foot down to meet your right. Find your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Let that go. Now take your gaze to the top of your mat, walk your feet to meet your hands, Uttanasana, forward fold. Find a ragdoll pose. Just reach for opposite elbows. Let your upper body hang heavy. You can bend your knees as much as you need to. One more breath here. Place your hands down towards your mat. Go ahead and step back to your high plank. Lower down all the way to your bellies. Untuck your toes, ground through the tops of your feet. Work your way into a Sphinx pose. So let your shoulders stack to your elbows. Forearms are down, fingers are spread wide. Keep grounding through the tops of your feet to your hip bones. Just take your gaze straight ahead as you melt your shoulders back and down. Option to stay as you are in Sphinx. Other option is to find seal. Just extend your arms straight. Keep pressing your hip bones down. If this is too much, you can always lower back down, lift back up. Whatever feels good for you. One more breath. Go ahead and tuck your toes under, lower all the way down to your bellies, plant your hands underneath your shoulders, find a child's pose. Just shift your hips all the way back, bring your knees out wider than your hips, bring your third eye down to your mat. Slowly start to lift back up. Take your gaze to the top of your mat. Roll forward, tuck your toes under, find your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, right heel rises. Now this time, open up your hips, stack your hips. Your shoulders are square to the top of your mat. Feel the stretch through your right side body. Just breathe. One more breath. Exhale, square your hip. Bring your right knee to right elbow. Hold it here. Inhale, three-legged dog. Sweep your right heel high. Exhale, half pigeon. Bring your right knee to your right wrist. Parallel your shin to the top of your mat. Untuck your toes. Ground through your pinky toe. And then slowly lift up. Pulling your hips down and forward. And then draw your forehead or draw your torso all the way down. Now you want to keep your hips in one line in your half pigeon. So if you need to, if this is too much space for you, you can always take a block. You can always take books around the house, anything you have, and then just place your hip onto your block. Otherwise, if you have nothing, you can stay here. Just keep pulling your left hip bone down to your mat and draw your third eye down. Take one more breath. Go ahead and lift your torso. Plant your hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your back toes under. Lift your back knee. Send your right leg high, three-legged dog. Option to open up your hip. Option to stay. Exhale, square your hip. Lower your right foot back down to meet your left. Pedal out your feet. Breathe. Now inhale, left heel rises. Open up your hips, stack your hips, shoulders are square. Feel the stretch through your left side. Breathe. Square your hip, bring your left knee to left elbow. Hold it here. Inhale, three-legged dog. Sweep your left heel high. Exhale, half pigeon. Left knee to left wrist, parallel your shin. Ground through your pinky toe, untuck your back toes. Lift through the crown of your head, and then slowly lower all the way down. Bring your focus back into your body. Check in with your breath. Check in with the chakras where they're blocked. Allow that energy to move. One more breath. We'll slowly start to lift back up. Plant your hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes under. Lift through your back knee. Send your left heel high, three-legged dog. Now option to open up your hip one more time. Exhale, square your hip. Lower your left foot down to meet your right. Pedal out your feet. Breathe. Now take your gaze to the top of your mat. Just cross at your ankles. Find a seated position, Dandasana. Shoot your legs straight through. Ground through your sitting bones. Light up, pulls into spine. Sit up tall. Inhale, arms reach all the way up. Exhale, Paschimottanasana, forward fold. Hinging from your hips. Lead with your torso to the top of your thigh. Now breathe. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to deepen. If you need to, you can walk your hands down the outside edges of your legs. Bend your knees as much as you need to, eventually coming to the blades of your feet or the tops of your feet. Work on straightening out your legs. But make sure that you always have a flat back. So I'm not dumping down and I'm not rounding through my shoulders as I forward fold. I'm lengthening, leading with my torso all the way to the top of my thigh. One more breath. Inhale, slowly lift back up. Exhale, Baddha Konasana. I'm going to face you guys. I'm butterfly pose. So interlace your fingers to the blades of your feet. Knees come out wide. Sit up tall, lengthen, lift. Exhale, slowly lower back down. Draw your elbows to the outsides of your shins. Round through your spine. Bring your forehead to your big toes. Inhale, slowly lift back up. Exhale, Janu Shirshasana. Take your right foot out to your right side. Take the sole of your left foot to the inside of your right. Square your hips and shoulders towards your right ankle. Inhale, arms sweep all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Now keep framing your knee with both elbows as you draw your forehead to your knee. Reach, extend to your foot. Try to keep your left shoulder into your midline. So try not to open up here. Pull it back down, square everything off towards your ankle. Inhale, slowly lift back up. Exhale, Janu Shirshasana on your left side. Extend your left leg. Right sole of your foot to the inside of your left. Square your hips and shoulders. Inhale, arms reach all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly lift back up. This time, take both legs out wide. Plant your right hand just to the outside of your right hip. Now, I want you to turn your toes towards the right side. So not straight up, but over to the side. You're gonna come onto the inside of your left foot, coming onto the blade of your right as you lift your hips straight up. So inhale, lift everything, reach, extend, open up through your front side body. Exhale, lower it down. Let's switch that out. Plant your left hand outside your left hip. Turn your toes towards the left. Coming onto the blade of your left foot to the inside of your right. Inhale, lengthen, lift. Pull your hips all the way up. Exhale, lower down. Switch it out. Take it right. Pull it down. Take it left. Give me one more. Last one here. Ooh, come all the way down. Work your way all the way onto your backs. Hug your knees into your chest. Find Apanasana, windowly move pose. Give yourself a big hug. Let that go. Now slowly come into a happy baby. Send the soles of your feet up as you draw your knees down. Plug your shoulder blades back and down. You can rock side to side. Make your baby happy. Always checking in with your breath. Releasing those shallow breaths, the shallow breathing. Coming back to the deep inhales and exhales. Activating parasympathetic, releasing the sympathetic. Now slowly set the soles of your feet down just outside your sitting bones. Your knees are up. Make sure that your heels are in line with your sitting bones. You can reach back, grab for your heels. Plant your hands outside your hips, palms face down. Inhale, bridge pose, Satubandha Sarvangasana. So activate through your glutes and through your hamstrings. Lift your hips up. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath. Option for bound bridge. Interlace your hands to the small of your back. Roll your shoulders underneath your shoulder blades. See if you can lift your hips up a little higher. Exhale, slowly release. Draw your hands down, or draw your hips down to your mat. Take your feet outside your mat. Knock your knees side to side like windshield wipers, left to right. Let that go. Now find an easy supine twist to your right side. So just allow your knees to fall and stagger over to your right. Your left knee is into your midline. Your right knee is outside your mat. Go ahead and take your right ankle on top of your left knee. Press further down. You should feel that stretch through your psoas, through your outer hip. Bring your arms out to a T. Take your gaze left. Work to keep your shoulders grounding. Slowly come all the way back to your midline. Keep your ankle where it's at. Just set your left sole of your foot closer in. Find a reclined figure four. Hug your left knee up and in. You can flex your right toes towards your right shin. Push your right knee forward. Open up through the hip. Release or relax your left foot. Just keep extending through your spine. Go ahead and release your right leg. Set the soles of your feet down. Take them outside your mat. Knock your knees, windshield wipers left to right. And this time find an easy supine twist over to your left. Gaze right. Again, find that stagger. So allow your right knee to fall into your midline. Left leg will fall out of your mat and just place your left ankle on top of your right knee. Press further down. Keep your gaze to your right, keeping your shoulders grounding. Inhale, slowly bring it into a recline for your forward. Keep your left foot where it's at. Just heel toe your right foot closer in, and then hug your right knee up and in. You can flex your left toes back towards your shin. Push your left knee forward. Relax your right foot. Good. Slowly release your left foot. Hug both knees back and in. Find Apanasana one more time. When we're leaving pose, give yourself a big hug. Now, create some momentum as you rock and roll front to back. Working our way into plow pose. So lift your hips up and then walk your feet all the way to the top of your mat. You can keep your legs straight. You can find ear pinning pose, drawing your knees down outside your ears. Keep your hands to the small of your back for support, or you can place your hands down. One more breath. Slowly lift back up. Straighten out your legs. Lower your hips down to your mat. Find your legs up the wall pose, so keep your legs extended. You can bend your knees as much as you need to. Allow your hands to fall out to the side, palms face down to ground or palms face up to receive. Just allow the blood to drain down into your torso, activating your parasympathetic nervous system. Again, bringing focus back to your breath, releasing the shallow breathing, coming into that deep inhale, deep exhales. Slowly start to lower your heels down to the top of your mat. Once your heels touch the top of your mat, inhale, find your good morning stretch. Reach your arms all the way above your head. Point your toes towards the front. Big inhale, hold it at the top. Audible exhale, release. Allow your hands to fall out to the side, palms face up. Close your eyes, come into your final Shavasana. option to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you need. Otherwise, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, bring life back into your bodies. Inhale, completely fill up your lungs. Audible exhale, let that go. Let's do that again. Inhale, completely fill up. Audible exhale, release. Just see if you can surrender a little bit further, releasing any more tension in your body. When you're ready, work your way into a fetal position, either on your right or your left side. Your right side is your masculine energy, your left is your feminine. Then slowly work your way up to an easy seated pose, just crossing at your ankles, lengthening through your spine, sitting up tall. Inhale, arms reach all the way above your head. Take all that good energy, bring it down into your heart center, your heart space, your fourth chakra. Inhale your confidence, your self-love, your self-acceptance. And then exhale all your fears and doubts. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.